And the women's A race, as they go, looks like Liza Curnow's going to set the pace after a good 800 metres. So Curnow sets them on their way. Paulin running very, very comfortably in next place. So Liza Curnow setting the pace here as the runners all bunched up behind her. Victor Mubzake, Amanda Paulin running very strongly in next place here, probably the leader of the race. And running well here is Courtney Scott there, just moving around the outside of them there is Melissa Duncan, moved in next place. So it's Melissa Duncan leading down the straight, and she's taken over the lead from the pacemaker there. Amanda Paulin in next place, followed by Courtney Scott. And Scott, we've got Matheson. So Duncan there is starting to stretch them right out. So Duncan from Curnow, followed by Paulin, then followed by Courtney Scott. The Mentone runner there is Helena Matheson. The gap to Polycarpou. So Duncan. Curnow's moved up beside her now. She's pushing her along. 2 to go. So it's Curnow's gone back to the front. Duncan followed by Paulin. Scott running comfortably in next place. Then it's Barker on the outside of Matheson. The Frankston runner Melanie Townsend is leading the next group there. So Curnow still setting the pace there. Duncan now moving past her again as Curnow's done a job. So Duncan, followed then by Paulin. They've broken right away here from Courtney Scott, followed by Barker, followed by Matheson. We've got a gap then to Townsend.
You with anyone now? Or? No, mate.
The Edwards followed by Polycarpou. So Melissa Duncan now pushing really hard here, way out in front here from Paulin. They've really pulled away from the rest of the field. So into the straight, Duncan leads from Paulin. We're going to get the bell at the end of this straightaway. So it's Duncan from Paulin, followed by Courtney Scott, who's now being challenged by Sophie Barker. So Melissa Duncan's going to get the bell. So Duncan, Paulin, they're pulled away. Barker in next place, followed by Scott. Followed by Matheson, followed by the Frankston runner in Townsend. Followed then by Julia Edwards. It's ahead of Polycarpou. So down the back straight now, and Paulin's closed the gap. Duncan's working very hard with her. And Duncan's hanging on to this lead there. He's not going to let Paulin get in front. So 200 to go, and Duncan's found another gear. So Duncan still leads from Paulin, nothing between the two of them. Paulin's going to make another run at her. About 160 to go, and it's Duncan from Paulin. Paulin moves up to the outside of Duncan again, another challenge. Into the straight, and Paulin has now got to the front, but Duncan's not going to give up. They push down the straight, and Paulin's working really hard. Has got to the front, has opened up a slight gap, but Duncan is fighting it all the way. And it's Paulin going to take this out. Amanda Paulin from Melissa Duncan as they cross the line. Sophie Barker hanging on to third place here from Courtney Scott. So it's going to be Barker, followed by Scott. Polycarpou coming home pretty late here, tackling Townsend. Townsend, Polycarpou.